Hi, it's Jane with Scraptastic Yarns, and we have a few things to discuss. Did I manage to get anything done? Not really. I did go ahead and made another hat like this, and this is with I Love This Yarn, but do I know the colorway? Of course not. I don't know where the band is. But I need to make a scarf to go with it, so I'm going to take a picture so I can get some more yarn for that. I did finish one of Crystal back a days. It is the little hat for the 3 to, I think she says 3 to 10-year-olds with the keyhole scarf. And I made my scarf a little bit longer than she did. So I did get that finished. And then guys, it was a whole lot of what do I have? Apparently I don't have enough to finish anything. You know, I had made this hat, so I decided I was going to make a scarf. And I got about this far. It's not long enough to be a scarf yet. Still needs a little bit more, so I have to get more yarn, and for some reason I thought I had more and I do not. And that is in I Love This Yarn in Paint Party. So I need to get some more of that so that I can finish that. And then, you know, I made the hat out of the purple. I got this far in a scarf. Thought I had 2 more skeins. Nope. So I have to get some more of the grape, and I Love This Yarn. It's just been one of those weeks where it just seems like it's been I can't finish anything. And then, of course, with Prayer Shawl, we were busy counting things. We did a start over on our inventory. So we did that this morning. And it's no fun starting over. Part of the reason we started over is because there was a little bit of a mix-up in mixing boxes with other boxes. It shouldn't have happened when we had the knit and run. So we needed to start over with what we have on hand right now. So we did that this morning. And then we'll count the items that the Prayer Shawl Ministry, the ladies, brought in. But I also brought some things home from there to put together. There are some small pieces that they're not big enough to be a lap robe. They're not big enough to be wraps. So they happen to be the same stitch pattern, about the same size. So I am going to stitch those together, and it will make a afghan. So that's kind of where we're at, you know, with that kind of stuff. It's hard to get people to pay attention to what you've asked them to do, which I can sort of understand that. They, you know, have in their heads what they want to do, and they want to do it. And even though we have a list of sizes that we need, we don't. Sometimes the ladies just do what they want to do. So we have to find ways to take care of it, or you know, my suggestion is to bring them back out and ask somebody to add things to them. So, I don't know. Well, we'll get there somewhere. And we've had just, you know, little things that have been minor emergencies. The Prayer Shawl Ministries Facebook page. It got a claim put on it and flagged or reported that we were masquerading as this group. We were not this group. So for some reason, Facebook told me we could do nothing and they would delete the group. 2, we could change the name of the group and then also send them information telling them we are who we are with proof of who we are. So we're in the process of doing that. Of course, you know, the pastor's upset because it doesn't have the church's name in front of it. It says Prayer Shawl Ministry. And then behind it, it says Be Up PSM. But she was unaware of what was going on. And I manage that page as well as my own. And I have to tell you, I am just about at the point that I'm like, just delete the whole thing. It was meant to get the ladies information each month, to have the guidelines where they could find them in at any time. Certain patterns that we use a lot of, we could upload the files there if there are patterns, or if they've been patterns, we've asked for permission for certain patterns, and they've allowed us to use those patterns. So I don't know what we're gonna do, but I'm like, really? It's probably some jerk that just has something against churches. So what do? You just got to do what the Facebook police tell you to do and hope for the best, right? That's it for this portion. A lot of whining today, wasn't it? I think I should get some cheese to go with that wine. Nah. All right, we're ready for a little what in Tarnation. Most of what in Tarnation involves animals this week. You know I love animals, so I do a lot of animals. All right. Bear approaches British Columbia woman on her porch, licks her hand. I think I would have been scared out of my mind. A British Columbia woman having a cigarette on her front porch was approached by a wandering bear that licked her on the hand. Melanie Porter said she was smoking and sitting in a chair on her front porch Thursday night in Quizno when she spotted movement in her front yard that she initially thought was a neighborhood cat. I look up and it's a bear, and I freeze. I would too. Porter told Prince George Citizen, I'm thinking, oh, what do I do? What do I do? I'm just going to have to stay still. Porter said the bear walked right up to her, sniffed her, licked her on the right hand. Porter snapped a photo of the bear standing just inches in front of where she was sitting. If I die, at least they'll see who the culprit is, Porter recalled thinking. The bear eventually backed off, and Porter rushed inside her house. She said a neighbor's security camera footage revealed the bear had been watching her from the yard for some time before approaching. It was so dark and he was so quiet and stealthy, I didn't see him, Porter said. I was sitting 10 feet away from the bear the entire time. British Columbia is believed to be home to 1/4 of the entire population of black bears in Canada. Wildlife officials recommend never approaching a bear and using loud noises to keep the animals at a distance. I don't know if screaming would help. Just saying. Minnesota police called to break up a bald eagle fight in the street. Minnesota police officer was summoned to break up an unusual street fight when 2 bald eagles were found stuck together in the middle of the road. The city of Plymouth said in a Facebook post that Officer Mitch Martinson responded to a neighborhood on a report of 2 bald eagles stuck together on a Plymouth roadway. Martinson said being called to break up a street fight between 2 eagles was a first for him. No doubt. We do have de-escalation tactics, but I've never applied them to eagles or other animals, Martinson told WCCO-TV. The officer consulted with the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources and the Raptor Center, which told him the eagles were likely in a dispute over territory. Martinson said he was attempting to cover the birds' heads to calm them down when they decided to flee the scene. The eagles started going at it again, and the next thing you knew, they were flying away. It's a rather interesting video. Bison. What are bison doing loose in a New Jersey neighborhood? Apparently, checking out the sights. Animal rescuers tranquilize loose bison in New Jersey neighborhood. Animal rescuers in New Jersey came to the assistance of police to capture a 2,500-pound bison that escaped from a farm and was headed to a nearby neighborhood. The Monmouth County SPCA said in a Facebook post that the police responding to a report of a loose animal in the Marlboro neighborhood called the organization for assistance when they saw the animal in question was a massive bison. An SPCA humane law enforcement and animal control team was dispatched to the scene and safely tranquilized the bison. Thanks to the quick response and planning from our team, no humans or animals were harmed. And when this giant horned fluffernutter wakes up, he'll be home, sweet home. So apparently this story has been removed from the Facebook post, or they changed the settings on it so you can't see the story or the picture. Sorry about that. Woman walking on Alaska beach finds a message in a bottle from 1987. A woman walking along an Alaska beach is trying to unravel the mystery of an unusual discovery. A message in a bottle apparently launched in 1987. Pam Joy of Skagway said she was walking on the beach in the Dyea Flats or Dyea Flats when she spotted a bottle with a group of washed-up logs, branches, and other debris. Joy opened the bottle and discovered a written message on a sheet of paper. Happy New Year, 1987. The message was not signed and did not say where the bottle was launched, Joy said. Maybe it really hasn't traveled very far. Or maybe it came from Australia. Who knows, she told KHNS-FM. She's hoping to find the sender of the bottle. I really wish that I had some way to identify who it was or how far it's come and where it came from. I would like to be able to let the person know who wrote this that I found it and where I found it, she said. And there is a news article to it, and there are a lot of pictures showing where she did find it. Gotta watch out for loose llamas, especially named Todd. Loose llama escapes again hours after capture. A llama that spent days on the loose in North Carolina was captured by local authorities, but escaped again just hours later. The High Point Police Department said animal control officers responded to a neighborhood where a resident reported the loose llama was wandering through yards. The resident fed the llama apples to keep it from leaving before officers arrived in hopes of keeping it there. Animal Control Officer Holly Lackey said officers worked with animal rescue expert John Dill to capture the llama. We got him cornered, and then one guy watched a video on YouTube. See, YouTube teaches us a lot. which told you how to encircle the animal and close in until you can grab his rope. So that's what we did, and got him into a trailer to take him to an animal rescue farm where he escaped again a few hours later. Police confirmed the llama, nicknamed Todd by officers, indeed flew the coop for a second time, just hours after the capture. Now we think he may be somewhere near Stokesdale. So you guys in North Carolina, happy llama hunting. Bears strike again. You have to be careful with bears. Bear raids leftover KFC from California man's kitchen counter. California man said he returned home to find 2 bears were inside, and one was snacking on leftover fried chicken in the kitchen. John Holden said the bear was outside his Sierra Madre home when he arrived at the house and noticed the front door was wide open. Holden said he went inside and discovered them inside, and one was snacking on a bucket of KFC chicken that had been left on the kitchen counter. And who wouldn't? The resident said he has encountered bears outside the house on multiple occasions, but they've never gone inside before. I've had a lot of other encounters with them. I've actually had them bump into me a couple of times in the backyard, but definitely never in the house like that. That was something else, and they sure made a mess of the place. He said the bears likely had been drawn into the home by the smell of fried chicken. He said the animals lingered in his yard for a while after he chased them outside. And I didn't see this next story, but I'm going to tell you a little snippet. A hungry bear recently made an unexpected appearance at a wedding reception in Mexico. Video filmed at the party in Chipinque Ecological Park in Nuevo Leon shows a Bruin investigating a table at the reception, searching for food before being chased away. That's it for What in Tarnation. That is it for this episode, and I will see you again soon. Everybody have a blessed day, and remember, choose kindness.